When COVID slammed into our lives last March, everything changed. Life went virtual, and the isolation of pandemic learning hit our children extremely hard.
This morning, Nicole Baker drops in on a class where the mental health of students is the most important assignment.
Classrooms once brimming with laughter and lessons and birthday party invites and games were abruptly silenced last March when the coronavirus forced students in front of computer screens.
It is really stressful trying to learn all these things at once and not getting that personal connection between the work and the teacher together.
Experts like Dr. Pate agree.
Is this time away from the classroom, from in-person tactile learning, from socialization, is it detrimental to these students?
It can be in the short term. Right?
He's witnessed this firsthand, and CDC data shows that suicide is now the second leading cause of death for people ages 10 to 24.
I think most people are surprised when I tell them that 2 to 3 times more people die of suicide per year than die by homicide. But yet we hear so much more about, which is a horrible societal issue, but we don't discuss suicide in the same way as community violence.
I wish I could just time travel before everyone was getting sick and dying.
Even after COVID closed the curtain on life as they knew it, the show went on for these star-studded students at Baltimore City's Empowerment Academy.
They're still performing. They are still doing the work.
Miss Webb's care and creativity mingle to watch over her students, and she wanted to hear from them.
The kids are able to express through those monologues really what's going on. So we heard the real deal.
Nasir, Michael, Leon, and Yashara, they find refuge in their pandemic performances.
So I thought might as well make it funny to make other people laugh, cheer them up.
With their teen years as the backdrop, COVID now stars in a reoccurring role. But daily resilience and support keeps these students center stage.
Every single day she gives us a chart, and throughout 1 through 9, and then all of those numbers have emotions on them, and she asks us why we have those emotions so she can see what's going on in our personal lives.
Principal Moore touts herself and staff as by any means necessary leaders.
A lot of educators have advocated for social emotional learning to be more present in curriculum and to be taught to students so that we can really reach them in a different way.
Pre-pandemic, kids experienced mental health challenges, but they skyrocketed after COVID hit. By this fall, the CDC tells WJZ emergency room visits for kids 12 to 17 jumped by nearly a third. ER treatment for the younger ones, ages 5 to 11, rose nearly 25%. Now imagine this. You're not going to school, seeing your friends, doing the things you love, all while anxiety is blanketing you about what's next. Then one of the people you love most in this world is fighting COVID.
At that very moment, I had to be the man of the house and take care of everybody.
A life-defining moment for a teen with football goals.
I didn't want to lose my father. And I had to be there for my mother also because they've been married for such a long time. They didn't want to be apart. They had to sleep in separate rooms and everything.
Connection issues proving deeper than unreliable Wi-Fi.
It's hard not seeing your friends and only seeing through the screen. Sometimes you don't know what they're feeling and how, because they might be putting on a fake smile.
Fake smiles in the face of a brutal reality.
It has been difficult knowing that you possibly won't have the high school experience that you've been wanting to have.
Doctors and educators agree. The notably absent socializing makes for a failing grade. It's clear that kids crave the chance to shine again under life's bright lights. And in time, they'll do it, reciting lines from their own scripts of survival.
It is a powerful piece, to say the least. These are issues that we have been diving into for months in terms of what these kids are going through. But what does the CDC want teachers and parents to do moving forward now?
That's a good question. So the CDC really drives home the issue of having to recreate a new normal in terms of routines. What they say on their website when they track down the data and show what's really changed for mental health and kids is they don't have that sense of security or normalcy anymore. So they say create a routine for them. Remind them that things will get better, that this pandemic eventually will be over and things for them will not be as tough as they are now. The CDC also touched on commonly diagnosed mental health challenges for those students, which is ADHD, anxiety, depression, especially in our underserved communities. So they're they're really passionate about making sure those kids get the resources they need, but they need their teachers, their parents, their guardian, whoever's taking care of them to say, hey, things are going to be okay, and create a safe space for them to express their feelings as well.
Again, we've covered these stories a lot over the past several months, but never have we heard from kids like this, in this way. Do you think that kids were honest with you when doing this story?
So that was one of my first questions. I asked them, do you guys feel comfortable even telling me how you're feeling emotionally? Do you have a safe space at home or outside of school that you feel you can express yourself? And they said they did. They were very honest with me. They were raw with their emotions. Michael, one of the students there, said she couldn't even hold her baby brother for the longest time when he was first born because of, you know, her being sick and them not knowing what she had. Of course, it was not COVID, but of course they had to take precautions. So I feel like they were very honest. The teachers were very honest about their struggles and what they hope they learn from this pandemic. They hope to thrive, and I feel like everyone laid everything out on the table pretty honestly.
And not to mention so many kids that now hear about this, maybe have been battling similar issues like this for months now, will feel comfortable coming forward.
Absolutely. Get those resources, talk to someone they trust and love, and don't struggle by yourself.
Great piece. Nicole, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.